Welcome to My Mustang Garage. On this episode, we're going to be discussing if I got scammed buying this $250 used instrument cluster for a 67 Mustang on eBay. We're going to be testing every aspect of it to see if it's functional, see what needs to be repaired, make out a list, and restore this cluster to brand new condition. So let's get started and find out if this $250 used instrument cluster for a 67 Mustang from eBay was actually worth it, or if I got scammed and it's actually junk. Let's get testing. This is a speedometer of a 67 Mustang. We're going to test this speedometer out and make sure it's working and if it's accurate. The last thing you want is having a sticky speedometer and you getting a ticket. So let's get started with the test. On the back side of the cluster assembly, you're going to see this screw-on type of fitting. That is your speedometer head poking out the back side, and it's got a little hex key inside where the cable engages. You're going to need to test this out, I find best a T20 bit, a pretty long one, because you want it to be a little bit flexible, plus you want it to clear away from the next step, which is we're going to insert it on there and put it on there and engage it, and you want it to be really on there tight. To test the speedometer out, I got a cheap Harbor Freight drill. It has a locking mechanism on the side, which is kind of important for this test, because we're going to use a speed controller. I'm going to dial this up as fast as I need to be to find out how fast it's going to be. How do I know how fast it's going to be? You put a piece of reflective tape on the chuck itself, so it spins around just like a flywheel on a motor. What we have here is an infrared digital tachometer. When you take this tachometer over here and you hold the button down that says test, while that's spinning, while this is spinning right here, that little reflective tape will show the speed of this chuck. Now you might be asking, how fast is it supposed to go? Well, most cars with a mechanical speedometer are designed to go 1,000 RPMs at the cable. Pretend this is the cable. This cable is supposed to spin at 1,000 RPMs for every 60 miles on the speedometer head. So if I set this at 500, it'd be 30 miles on the speedometer head. It's a standard calibration. It doesn't change no matter if you have different tires, wheels, axles, transmissions. All speedometer heads are basically calibrated, but some high performance cars are calibrated for particular performance. you have to know which speedometer head you have. But I know a standard 67 Mustang, 65 Mustang, all the way up to 73, and I think all the way up to, I'm going to say 86, has this type of head. So here's the setup. You have an electric drill. Make sure it's not plugged in. Make sure it's not plugged in yet. You're going to place the reflective tape on here. Now, if you have a tachometer, a digital tachometer, and you don't have any more reflective tape, I find the tinfoil tape for ductwork, which is very common at any Home Depot or Lowe's. You can just put a little piece on there and it does the same function. You just need a little reflective patch so the tachometer knows how fast it's going. Now, I have a T20 Torx bit that's kind of long, and I wanted it that way so I can see what I'm doing and not put a bind on the actual speedometer head. And it fits in there pretty snugly. It will move and move back and forth a little bit, but you don't want no pressure. If you support the whole assembly, no matter what you do, support the whole assembly. And here we go. After you get hooked up to your power, make sure it's in the off position. Now we're going to hook up the drill end of the power into this controller. There. It's still off. Now that you have the drill plugged in, the power supply plugged in, go ahead and turn your power on to the power supply, but not on the controller. Over here, it being plugged in, you're going to take the drill, press the power in, and then press this lock button in to keep it down. As you notice, there's no power yet because it's being controlled over there. Now, after you get that all set, you have to realize the speedometer only travels in one direction, and you don't want it to go in the wrong direction. So you come to the front of the speedometer, and you know the needle has to go clockwise. So that means the drill has to go counterclockwise. I know it's confusing, but you want the drill to go like this. Then you have to come over here and check the speedometer and see it's at 0. And notice it has to go clockwise to move the needle. So if you want to go to 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, the needle's got to move clockwise. Make sure this drill is switched and going in the right direction. You'll know if it's going in the right direction because it will try to go backwards and it won't. Now we know the speedometer head works just fine. It's 1,000 miles RPM is 60 miles an hour. 500 RPM is 30 miles an hour. And it's within a mile or two on target.